Hi, welcome to a new kind of video. This one's a little bit more informative, but thank you so much for joining me. We are going to talk about things that you could acquire for trying to start a home gym, for working out at home, because I feel like since the pandemic, a lot of us have gotten to the point where we've become workout at homers. We have definitely gotten that way. We no longer go to a gym. We work out solely at our house, minus the one night that I do teach a fitness class, but we have been working out at home. So my first tip of advice would be to find something that you like to do. My parents are really big into walking, and so they bought themselves a treadmill during the pandemic, and they like to walk in their basement on their treadmill when the weather gets really cold. Where we live, the weather tends to get very, very frigid in the winter time, and no one wants to be out walking in that. So I would definitely say my first tip is find something that you really like to do and stick to that. Fitness is designed to work for you. Basic thing is that you want to make sure that you have your body moving and that the movement that you do you like, because if you like it, you will continue to do it. My next tip is things are a little expensive right now. Workout equipment's a little expensive. However, when you are looking for some pieces, there are things that you can find secondhand. One of the things that I like to buy secondhand are hand weights. So I have managed to find hand weights at my local Goodwill. I have managed to find some hand weights on Facebook Marketplace. That's a really good place to look to start. I also like to check, this isn't secondhand, but I like to check stores online every once in a while. I feel like stores will put things on sale online more often than they do in store, and so then you can order from there. I started with just 5 pounds. These are my 3-pound weights, but I started with just 5 pounds that I found at my local Goodwill, and I built from there. And from there I started to add other weights. I really wanted a pair of 10-pound weights. I did find those on Facebook Marketplace. These came with my bike, but my 8 pounds I found at Target. The 15-pound, I bought those, I do believe, second hand. So I do scour Facebook Marketplace, going to Goodwill for those kind of things. I actually found my husband a pair of Hex ones with the metal handles, as he wanted to get some of those at a yard sale, and they were about $8 a piece. So I thought that was a great deal for 15-pound dumbbells. So secondhand is one way to go. Another thing that I love to have for my home gym are resistance bands. So if you have been around for a little bit, you have probably seen these in some of my Instagram posts. These are my looped resistance bands, and these are the first ones that I bought. I like these because these can travel with me. They go with me on vacation, and they come in varying degrees of resistance. So like this is the extra light one, obviously. I was like, I can pull that a lot, but I love these because of their versatility and their travelability. I can put them in this little bag, stick them in my suitcase, and take them with me when we go on vacation. And then if we do not have a gym where we are, I can take them and I can work out with them, and I can do different things. So these, to me, are a must. A good set of resistance bands. We also have these ones, but we have like the longer looped resistance bands too that you can tie around poles and use. I really like to use those when I'm doing ab workouts, or if I'm doing any kind of leg workouts, and I really like them for glute workouts. I was gonna say butt workouts, but glute workouts. So I would recommend getting these. I got these off of Amazon. I think they were like $10 around the time. I also bought my mom a pair because she wanted some. I just love them because they can go with me wherever I happen to be. It's easier to put this in a suitcase when you're traveling on an airplane than to add the 3 pounds, right? So I have those. Another one that I recommend having, I didn't think that I was going to love these, but I took the plunge and got these thicker ones that are more of a fabric with the elastic built into them that you can put around your legs. I love these things. I do have one workout where I am using these resistance bands. I would say that these have definitely moved their way up to my favorite resistance bands. These are good for travel, but I love these when I'm doing at-home workouts. One other thing that I do recommend as far as gear goes is a workout mat. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna say it's very easy to go to your local store and pick up one that's really cheap for like $5. I did that. I went to the Target dollar spot, I picked up a $5 mat and brought that home to work out on, and then I realized that it had no grip. Like, I can push on my current mat and my hands are not sliding that much, but I can also grip my fingertips down to keep my hands from moving across this mat. The cheap one that I bought moved around so much I couldn't take it to do anything in the park, and I was just starting doing yoga, which is why I had bought one, and it did not work. The brand that I recommend, and this has been the brand that I've stuck with, I got this Manduka X Mat from my local Target during the pandemic. I saw it was there, I went into the store and I got it. I love, it's not a thick mat, but it's very cushioned. But I also love that I can do workouts on this from yoga to HIIT. I can lay on it and I don't feel like the floor is really hard on my back or my knees. I love my Manduka X Mat. My husband has kind of taken over this one. This is the one that I use when I film, but when my husband's doing any of his quick ab workouts, this is the one that he uses. But since I am also a yogi, I upgraded to this Manduka mat. And this is like my really heavy one. I think this is the Manduka Pro. I think. I found this one at TJ Maxx. That is another place that I look when I'm looking for more of my high quality, high end things. I got this really cheap. These do run pretty expensive when you buy them off of Amazon or from a local sporting goods store, but I believe this is the Manduka Pro. I couldn't find the name on it, but this thing is amazing. So it's really heavy so that I can lay it out. When I was traveling and teaching yoga classes outside, this one was great because I could lay it in the grass and I could still do yoga. But I also like to use it for a lot of my other workouts that I do here, but it's really great for yoga because it is grippy. And if you were doing anything where you were having to hold your body weight up, where you were having to put your hands down on the mat, you're gonna want something that's gonna allow your hands to grip the mat, but also if you are sweaty, you're gonna want something that's gonna also allow you to grip. I have had this mat for about 2 years now, and it is my staple mat. I love Manduka. I just recently grabbed their travel one. It's really, really thin, and I'm super excited for when we go out of town to be able to pack that in my suitcase and go. I'll have a good mat with grip. My original travel mat was not very grippy, but it was foldable. So the grippiness of a mat, the padding of a mat does make a difference. So definitely do your research. I suggest Manduka. They have several different mats that you can use for different things, but I have really enjoyed the fact that I have one for when I'm not doing yoga and I just want to work out, when I am doing yoga, and then for when I'm traveling as well. So I highly recommend the Manduka. And I will do another video where I review the Manduka mats at a later date. But this video is to help you start working out at home, right? To get your home gym. Those are my main tips for building your at-home gym and trying to get yourself started with working out. But my number one tip, my main tip, is to just get started. Go on YouTube. There's a lot of free workouts that you can do on there. Find something that you like. If you're into dance fitness, I know there's a lot of people who do dance fitness videos. There are a lot of yoga videos. There are a lot of HIIT videos. I've even come across a couple videos where there's couples and they work out together, which I think is really great. But just get started. Try out a various amount of things to figure out what you really like. I really love doing yoga at home. I have done yoga in a studio, but I do love doing my own practice at home. It's just something about being in my own home doing my yoga at nighttime, which is mainly when I work out, is in the evenings. I'm just not a morning workout person. And that's another thing. Find a time of day that really works for you. Don't wake yourself early in the morning if you are not going to continue to do it. So I've made the decision that evening workouts are the best thing for me. And sometimes my kids are with me and they work with me, and sometimes they aren't with me. Sometimes they work out and they go to sleep. And yes, that takes away from a lot of relaxation time. But I feel like for me, working out keeps me happy, keeps me sane, and it makes me a better person for my family. But find something that works for you and a time of day that works for you, because you are not going to enjoy it if you are having to wake yourself up early in the morning and you are not a morning person. I would definitely say that. I have found that when I wake myself up 4:30 in the morning to work out, I'm not happy. I'm grateful that I got my workout in, but not happy that I had to get up that early when I could just work out at night, and that's what I enjoy. So find something that works for you, find a time of day that works for you. I will try and link some of the things that I have in this video in the description below, so that if you want to purchase them, you can. And this is not a sponsored video. This is just my personal opinion on some of the things that I have been using for the past 2 to 3 years that I find really work for me, have worked for my husband as well. I look forward to seeing you in another video. I hope that you are finding the things that you need to build your home gym and to build your home workout regimen. Bye.